Well, joining us from the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, is Leni Kinzli. She's the spokesperson for the World Food Programme in Sudan. Thank you very much indeed for your time. So we've just been detailing some of the problems that were in Sudan, and this is not anything new. Clearly there was food insecurity before this war broke out. How bad is everything now?
So we're extremely concerned about the situations in Fasher and Kadugli, two cities where humanitarian access has been incredibly difficult, where conflict had still been ongoing or still is ongoing. These are the areas that are hardest hit, and there we're seeing absolutely catastrophic conditions. And these are also the areas that are the most difficult to reach. And so that's where we're very, very concerned. However, Sudan is a very big country, and the situation is different in different areas. We've actually seen improvements in food security in other areas, such as Khartoum and Al Jazeera, where conflict subsided around March of last year, and we were able to quickly deliver assistance to the people who had been trapped by conflict, but also people who are returning. So we are seeing pockets of improvement while we're still seeing very severe conditions in other places, and in especially the cities of El Fasher and Kadugli. And that really shows that areas where conflict is still ongoing or that are hardest hit are the areas that are most effective. And that's why, one, we first need humanitarian access to those areas to get a regular flow of assistance in, because we can reverse these famine conditions, and we have been saving lives, and we've turned the situation around in many parts of Sudan, and now we need that for those two cities that are hardest hit as well.
But having identified those two cities, I mean, how difficult, how challenging is it to get supplies in there in the middle of a war zone? Clearly you and your colleagues face significant threat too.
Absolutely. It's extremely challenging with the conflict dynamics, especially Al Fasher has been among the hardest places to reach with physical food deliveries, with the delivery, transport of trucks, food supplies, where we actually haven't gotten any food supplies in for more than a year. However, in the meantime, we've pivoted and found ways to deliver cash assistance via mobile money, for example. However, that still doesn't replace the need to get food in there. And for example, Kadugli, the other city, we most recently had a breakthrough in access, able to deliver assistance for around 25,000 people. And now that one-off breakthrough needs to become a regular humanitarian corridor so we can continue to deliver, have that constant flow of aid, because that's what's really required to reverse famine. So while there are challenges, we're navigating those challenges and pushing forward, and we need the continued support of the international community on the diplomatic level to help us push for access. And we also need additional funds to be able to do so.
However, in challenging economic times, governments around the world are cutting their foreign aid budgets. How badly has that hit the World Food Programme?
So for Sudan, we are really grateful to our generous donors and actually have received consistent support. It's just that the needs in Sudan are so great. As you mentioned, over 20 million people face acute food insecurity. That's a massive part of the population, around 45%. So the needs are so great, and the resources that we have available just aren't keeping pace to those needs. And so we need an additional 662 million over the next 6 months to continue our assistance, and especially to ramp up more assistance to the people that are most affected, those in the catastrophic conditions, those who are really in the most severe forms of hunger. And that's where the international community can continue to step up.
On TRT World, appreciate your analysis. Leni Kinzli there from the World Food Programme.